the road. As we were bringing in this shot, and we actually saw the power go out in this area as well. So you don't need a lot of encouragement here. Obviously, what you need to be doing as you've been looking at these live shots, you've seen people in the Keys, you've seen people very close to home. You just saw Jessica Hawley in Miami Shores. The conditions are bad. We are so blessed that we are not getting that direct hit from that Category 4, Category 5 that was initially anticipated. But do not be lulled into that false sense of security that things are good out there. They are not. I was on the road this morning as well, and the conditions are absolutely awful. That is why those curfews are in place. The lights are out in most places. If you're on any highway, which you should not be, all of those overhead lights are out. Some street lights are out as you encounter the local roads. And once again, just a good example of why you should not be out. That tree in the middle of the road, it's dark. You can't see anything. The only place you should be right now is at home, hunkered down with your family, riding out this storm. Keep in mind, we don't know exactly what kind of damage it's going to cause. And of course, our hearts and our thoughts are with all those people in the Florida Keys right now that are expected to get the brunt of that storm in just about an hour or so when it's expected to make landfall. Live at the news desk, I'm Christine Cruz, 7 News.
And Christine, so many of those neighborhoods there, that is this similar scene that you're seeing all across. Those down trees, the palm fronds down all over the residential areas, but even on the highways, you're seeing signs coming across, a lot of debris on there as well. And we want to remind people, if you could, the reason why they need to stay put is because those first responders are not out there if anything should happen to you, even within your home.
And Christine, if you're still there with us, did you experience anything on your way here? Did you see anything? Did you even have power at your home overnight?
Yeah, we're actually very lucky. Did not lose power, have not lost power. The only big issue that I saw driving in, obviously, you know, the rain. We've been seeing them on air all night and into the morning hours. The fact that we get these wind gusts and we get this driving rain at points, they can be called squalls. During a good portion of my ride, it was pretty strong. The rain was pounding.
Wow,
the
lakas ng
wind
hangin.
was coming in and out at some points horizontally. You're taking a live look right now out of Miami, and you can see the conditions right now. To give you an exact example of where I was and where I came from, I came into work from the Miami Lakes area, and what I saw coming in was basically, you know, the stuff we've seen, a lot of debris on the road, what you expect to see, the branches, the palm fronds. And then as I hit the highway, I anticipated that the conditions would be easier, but they were not. And the reason why is because the rain was coming down really bad at that point. And actually, when I actually made it into the station, I heard Vivian talking about Miami Lakes is getting hit hard at this point. Well, that's what I experienced coming into work. All the street lights are out, at least where I was. This is 95 North, so the route that I took was 826 East and then taking 95 South. And the best conditions that I encountered, Alex, were actually once I got closer to the station, North Bay Village, and again, I expected the absolute opposite. But the conditions were actually okay here, no flooding, a couple of local street lights were out. But it's just, you know, it's for obvious reasons, guys. We've been talking about it for the last few days. There's absolutely no reason to be out on the road. You know, once you start hearing that emergency personnel is not responding to an emergency, you know that that's the time to stay home. I mean, if you do get into trouble, there really is no one to call. So the only other option would be to call another family member, and then they too would be putting their lives at risk. So again, as you're looking at these live pictures, I-95 North, the conditions that we're experiencing here, yes, consider yourself blessed that South Florida is not getting a direct hit, but do not think by any chance that we are not being impacted. We have seen it throughout the night. We are going to see it throughout the morning. And it's only going to get worse because the system is still 65 miles away from where it's going to make landfall. So just expect the conditions to get worse. And at this point, you know, my advice is the same advice that officials have been giving for the last few days. Stay inside, stay home, and ride the storm out, you know, in the comfort of your home. Worst case scenario right now, you lose power, as a lot of us have. We'll get through that. You know, restoration is going to take a while. FPNL has already said it. That's the least of your concerns right now. The most important thing is stay inside and stay safe. Back to you guys.
And Christine, as I was driving in as well, and you can attest to this, no one on the highways, which is really actually very comforting because of all those conditions that we experienced. And I did the same thing, a 26 to a 36 up 95. There was a billboard near Jackson Memorial Hospital. That area got